Lou and Jackie here, and our folks and friends over at Stivers Ford Lincoln, downright proud to salute great organizations doing great things in this city of ours. And boy, there is one getting a lot of attention, Jackie.
That's right, and it's been happening all throughout the summer. You probably have seen it. We'll talk more exactly what that's about, but we want to introduce you to a couple of amazing volunteers for the Art of Compassion. So we have Pam Schaffner here, who is chair of the foundation, and Ann Roth, volunteer as well. Thank you, ladies, so much for being here. So let's first talk about, in case people are hearing this for the first time, of the Art of Compassion. What exactly is that?
The Art of Compassion is the theme that we've selected to be our ongoing annual theme for the HCI Foundation to raise money for HCI and VNS, Visiting Nurse Services of Iowa programs. We chose compassion because compassion is at the core of our work, of everything we do, from helping young women give birth to and raise healthy babies, to, at the other end of the continuum, helping grieving families as they recover from the loss of a loved one, and everything in between.
You cover the spectrum.
Yeah. Might be, a non-English speaker might need translation services so that she can tell a medical professional what her child's symptoms are and what they need. We have translation services. Or for our hospice patients, it's providing them with care that will allow them to have the best days possible each day that remains for them when they are given a terminal diagnosis.
So some incredible work that we've heard of before from this wonderful organization, but you wanted to create this premier event.
To help raise funds, because with compassion at the core of everything we do, the Art of Compassion was a natural title for an annual celebration of the work that we do.
Now, you've really been making awareness with some special walls that have been popping up, not only at the Great Iowa State Fair, but all around the metro as well. And it's asking kind of an interesting question. Can you explain how that works?
Sure. So the idea behind it is, before I die, ... I want to do what? And we have these great giant chalkboard walls of, as you mentioned, at the State Fair. There's one down in the East Village at Streetcar 309, and then one at the Des Moines Social Club. And that phrase is put up there in all different languages.
Oh, it
and
is.
There are, lines for people to fill in what they want to do before they die. And it's really the concept behind making your life, live your life the way you want when you're here, and the emphasis on the importance of living it to the fullest.
And I've passed by these boards a couple of times, and they are always full. Like,
yes.
People are wanting to make a statement known of what that answer should be to that question.
It's really a neat idea. It gets the whole community involved, and it makes our presence known throughout the Des Moines metro area.
Yes. Now, are these walls going to stay up for a while, or are we going to continue to evolve what that question or that board might be?
The walls will probably come down in October when we have our big event.
After the event?
There will be an event, October 12th. There will be a wall there for attendees to write their goals and tell how they feel about life and what they want to accomplish. But the event will kick off in the Capitol Square atrium at 6 p.m. with cocktails. We have silent auction items that people can view then. We will have a Latin band performing at that time. There'll be performing artists in terms of Van Holgram will be painting that night, and that painting will be auctioned off. We have a lot of artwork that there will be there. Free Roosevelt Advanced Placement Art students have presented us with artwork that reflects their idea of compassion, and those will be auctioned off as well. So we have all these fun things for the silent auction that people can look at, and then the dinner will start at 7 with a program sharing the experiences of 3 of our clients who have benefited from the services that the agencies provide.
How about that? I want to go back to these walls, and I'm sure you've seen a lot of the things written on those walls. Or is any one or two in particular that jump out at you?
Oh, most people, for people my age, they're writing things they want their grandchildren to know and understand and share in their lives. One little boy wrote, I want to see the Dallas Cowboys play, or I want to drive a car, I want to learn to speak English. I want to travel.
Some of the basic things.
It's all perspective, I guess, of where you are in life and what's important to you in that moment.
These walls started with Candy Chang. She brought them to the United States after Hurricane Katrina and boarded up houses everywhere, had the chalkboard put up, and baskets with chalk, and people could write what they wanted. And it might be, I wanted to have a home again. I want to have have a car, I want to have a life, I want to have a job, I want to have security, you know, I want to have a flood-free place to live.
Right.
And so it stimulates all kinds of thinking in people.
There was one distinct image I remembered. This was right after the board was cleaned. So they've been cleaned once a week for the entirety of them being up there. And someone must have gone to the area right as it was clean, because it was completely black, you know, ready to be written on. And someone had written across the several 4 or 5 boards, "I want us to live united." And so that was kind of stuck out to me, because it was so stark, the contrast between the black and then the spanned phrase there. So that was pretty neat, I thought. Kind of brings together that unity of Des Moines and being all together.
Now, you mentioned that they wipe the boards clean about once a week or so, let people start over and put some more messages up, but there's a way that people can capture those images and try to keep it going, and by putting them on social media.
Yes, exactly. Kind of like the Ice Bucket Challenge, where you would tag what you wanted to do before you die. There's a special hashtag, and it was hashtag AOC Iowa. And so we've seen throughout that the living kind of memory of those boards throughout social media.
I love how this started as a way of fundraising, but it's turned into a movement where people are able to express themselves and hopefully continue on that conversation of things that we want to experience while we're alive. Now, going back to the fundraising part, I know you talked a lot about the event already, but let's get the date and what people can experience once again, because speaking of experiences, you're going to be auctioning off similar ideas of that.
Some very fun experiences.
Some life experiences.
Yes, some things you may have on your bucket list. Again, the event's October 12th, the Capitol Square Atrium. Because Before I Die is about how you want to live, we thought, what would people want to do? And we asked some people what they would like to do, and we started thinking what we would like to do. So experience that might be auctioned is to climb to the top of a wind turbine. You've always seen those and wondered, gosh, I wonder what it would be like to look at the Iowa countryside from up there. That's on the block from Mid-American Energy. We have opportunities for people to learn to be a semi-driver at the DMAC Transportation Institute, and go through the simulation, then get to drive the concourse and go out with the DMAC president as he drives his big Freightliner. They're even going to go to a truck stop for dinner. Yeah. Opportunity to be a food critic. We have gift certificates from 10 different pizza places, and you will be able to go to all of them, get the best pizza in town, and have a certificate to present at the end to the best pizza place in Central Iowa.
Nice.
Always wanted to be a food critic, now you can.
Yeah, and professional development opportunities from IWLC, Tarot International, excuse me, and Dr. Christy Hegstad's Spark Conference in November. So we're trying to think of all the things. Drake has a package where all these things going on campus, dinner with the president, VIP seating at the Bucksbaum lecture, theater classes, Race Society membership, just so many different things for people to experience.
Very unique. I love that.
The proceeds of the benefit will help the compassionate work of the HCI Hospice Care Services, Visiting Nurse Services of Iowa, and Amanda the Panda Family Grief Center. So you got all the groups together.
Correct. Some 60 programs that are impacted by this fundraiser. This is the first time we've had a signature event, so we're very excited about it and hope the community will support it.
As you say, we want to keep this going, so it will become an annual event as opposed to just a premier event. Now, tickets available right now. If they want to purchase them, where should they go?
Yes, artofcompassioniowa.org.
Okay.
Online, or they can call either HCI Hospice Care Services if they need a specific want to talk to someone about the event.
Yep, and single tickets available, also tables available as well if you'd like to check into that. But just donating to some amazing causes of people that really do offer compassion here in Central Iowa, but kind of mixing experience and art all in there to really create a beautiful evening. So it should be a lot of fun, but very moving for a lot of people, I think, at the same time. We think
it will be. It'll be an educational experience for many people to experience all that we impact, in the lives of people who are our most vulnerable populations here.
Right.
Yeah, if you want to stay up to speed on the things you guys are doing, you guys have an Instagram account and a Facebook page. You can get all the information there.
Absolutely.
Correct.
And one last thing to add on the education piece, the things that we do at these 3 organizations impact over 60,000 people a year, which I think is a huge number. And all of the proceeds are going to go to helping those families in need in the area. So 60,000, we want to keep it growing, and we're thankful to everybody who's helped us so far.
Yeah, the thing is also most amazing. You start off, from before birth to the end of life, and everything in between.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, thank you, ladies, very much. Very excited for your premiere event. We want to remind everybody it's coming up Thursday, October 12th. Tickets on sale right now. Just go to artofcompassioniowa.org for all the details of whether you're looking at social media, donating, or getting a ticket for this very special.
Okay, and if you want to see the boards now, Streetcar 209 and then Social Club, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep,
So
that's
go check
right.
them out there.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, very much.